Candy and Mario Pomada, welcome back to Inside South Florida. Always love having our trusted advisors for roofing back in studio.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here again.
Yes, well, a very important time, we must add, because of course we're prepping for hurricane season now. Lots of prep to do, and we need to hear your expert insight and info. So let's dive in here. As the season is approaching, what are some ways that homeowners can really be prepared?
So first and foremost, buy your supplies, buy your, food and water, anything to handle an emergency for 2 weeks roughly, right, with no electricity. After that, what you want to look for is you want to check your insurance policy. Make sure you have the adequate coverage that you need. A lot of homeowners, believe it or not, when it comes time for them to, make a claim, they find out that they don't have the right coverage or a lack of coverage, and so you don't want to find that out at that time. You want to do a little bit of research, call your agent, read your policy, and be proactive and make sure that you have, your deductible is where it needs to be. You don't want to be hit with a high deductible. You want to make sure you have the adequate coverage that you need.
And of course, professional inspection is important to help prevent some of the costly damage that might come from a hurricane. Candy, go a little deeper into that.
This is a huge area of concern because people think that your roof doesn't need to be maintained or inspected. This is just like your car or yourself, right? You take yourself to the doctor and you get a checkup. So your roof should be the same thing. You should schedule a professional roof inspection. We go in, we take pictures, we can assess areas of vulnerability, but you have documentation to show your insurance company that, hey, these damages weren't here before the storm. So at that point you have proof. So it's very important for you to take pictures, have everything documented so that if you do have a claim, you have the evidence you need in order to support that claim.
I think you touched on it a little bit there, but why is this important to take of beforehand, before the storm hits?
Well, you want to make sure that you don't have damage to the point where if a windstorm does come through, that it will damage your roof severely. Right? No one knows. A lot of the times leaks start off really, really small, and most people can't even detect them. So it's good to be a little more proactive to make sure that you avoid a catastrophe, God forbid.
And God forbid something does actually happen. What should they do? Should they be facing some damage?
Well, you have your insurance company. That's what they're there for, right? You want to, as soon as the storm hits, right, give it a little bit of time because power lines are down. Your phone may not work. You're going to call your insurance company. They're going to send somebody out. Your roofer, right? Nobody ever thinks about calling the roofer. When a storm would hit, or before a storm would hit, people would actually call me a couple days before and say, hey, remember me? I'm so-and-so. I'm like, yeah, I remember. So those are the smart ones. They were a little proactive, and they at least put us on the radar. And so even some customers would even book us, right after the storm. To go and inspect their property, in the event that something would happen.
And Candy, of course, we're praying and hoping that no South Florida resident has to face any damage this season, but you guys are here to help as well. Absolutely. If they do. So where can we go for more information on City Roofing? You can visit us on our website, mycityroofing.com. Look us up on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. There we go. Guys, thanks so much for coming in back in studio. Of course, our trusted advisors in roofing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to be again.